Hello everyone, Scooting 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 2-2 Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the 1-3 Colorado Rockies. Here is the starting lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Leading off, the center fielder, Chris B. Young. Batting second, the left fielder, Eric Barnes. Batting third, the second baseman, Orlando Hudson. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Connor Jackson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Mark Reynolds. Batting sixth, the catcher, Chris Snyder. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Justin Upton. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Stephen Drew. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Brandon Webb. On the mound for the Rockies, it is Jeff Francis. Francis has 4 wins, 10 losses, a 5.01 ERA. He pitched 143 and 2/3 innings, allowed 164 hits, 94 strikeouts, and 45 walks. We're here at Coors Field, which gives a -1 to strikes. Nothing to walks and nothing to home runs. And with that, as Chris steps into the batter's box here we are ready to start this game. Chris batting a 188. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 5-3. 5-3 is going to start off with a walk. That's a 12. That's an 8. And they walk him. So Chris leads off with a walk. And next up, it's Eric Baines. Baines also batting a 188. Strategy roll is a 6. Infield going to double play depth. And that is going to be 3-1. 3-1 is a strike. And that's a 7. That's a 5. Struck him out. Orlando Hudson now up. Hudson batting a 579. We have a steal attempt from Chris. Chris being all right, that's going to be a +3, +1. We're going to have +4. So that's going to be a 19 or better. And he steals it. That's a 9. And Chris has successfully stolen second base. Orlando Hudson batting a 579. Infield now at normal depth. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-4. 6-4 is a strike. That's a 5. That's a 3. Struck him out. Connor Jackson now up. Jackson batted 2 away as Connor Jackson comes up. He's batting a 143. Strategy rolls a 4. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 3-2 range play. 1-1, and that is going to be a single pass Hall-Pie. Hall-Pie going underneath that. His range is on a 1-2. That's a 1. He makes the play. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Diamondbacks. We go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. Leading off, the center fielder, Willie Traverse. Batting second, the shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Batting third, the first baseman, Todd Hilton. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the left fielder, Matt Holliday. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Brad Hall-Pie. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Garrett Atkins. Batting seventh, the catcher, Chris Anita. Batting ninth, the second baseman, Jason Nix. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Jeff Francis. On the mound for the Diamondbacks, Brandon Webb. Webb comes into this game with an ERA of 3.86. Has a win, went 7 innings, about 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 runs. And he is ready as Willie Travers steps up into the batter's box, takes a few swings. He's batting at .231. Here's the pitch. 1-5. Home run chance on a 1-17. That's a 3. We need a critical 1. And it's a 1, and Travers smacks one out of here at Coors Field. That ball is high. That ball is going back to the wall, and it's out of here. Solo home run for Willie Travers. And the crowd here at Coors Field cheers as the Rockies strike first. Next up, Troy batting a .333 average. Here's the pitch. 6-2. That's going to be a hit by pitch. It's going to be an 8. The 10, however, is too high. Brandon Webb gives a +5 to hit by pitches. 3-4-6. That's going to be a pop up to second for out number 1. Todd Helton up. He's batting a .294 average. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-3. 4-3 is a blank. And that is going to be 1-3. 1-3. That's going to be a ground ball to Hudson for out number 2. Matt Holliday batting at .592 average. Here's the pitch. 2-5. That's going to be a strikeout. That's an 8. That's a 2. And he struck him out. So, the Diamondbacks retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. After 1, it's Colorado 1, Diamondbacks nothing. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be Mark Reynolds, Chris Snyder, and Justin Upton due up for the Diamondbacks. Mark Reynolds batting a .444. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-5. 2-5 is a home run. That's a 20. That's an 8. And the Diamondbacks return that home run that they gave up as they answer with one of their own, and that ball is out of here. Solo home run for Mark Reynolds. And that ball is gone, and the crowd here goes, nah. Mark Reynolds batting a .444 average. That's a solo home run to start off the second inning there. Chris Snyder batting a .250. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-4. That's a strike. That's a 15. The 16, too high. 1-3, line drive to third base to Atkins. Makes the play there, out number 1. Justin Upton batting a .211. Here's the pitch. 2-1, range play. 4-3. 4. Double star 6. And that ball goes back to Travers. Travers ranges on a 1 to 3. That's a 4. And it got by him. And Justin Upton gets on safely on first. Steven drew up. He's betting a 278 average. Strategy rolls a 4. Here's the pitch. 1-6. That's a blank. 5-4. That's going to be a single past first. So let's see. Do we have any other runner advancements? Justin Upton will advance to third on a 2 through 6. That is a 4. Upton goes to third. And next up, it's going to be the pitcher, Brandon Webb. Webb batting a 667. Strategy rolls a 10. Here's the pitch. 1-1. That's going to be a strike. That's 22. That's a 5. Struck him out. All right, we go to the top of the order. Crispy Young. Strategy roll 2. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch to Young. 2-2. Blank. 1-1. Ground ball to first. And that retires the side. So the Diamondbacks leave 2 stranded. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Brad Hallpike, Garrett Atkins, and Chris due up for the Rockies. Brad Hallpike batting a 462 average. Here's the pitch. 1-4. Blank. 2-4. Line drive back to Jackson for out number 1. Garrett Atkins. Atkins batting a 333. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Strikeout 7. 14 too high. 5-1. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher for out number 2, and that's going to bring up Chris. Chris batting a 333 average. Here's the pitch. 6-3. Strikeout plus. We add 10. -1. We add 9. That's a 22. That's a 14. Struck him out. So, the Diamondbacks retire the Rockies in order. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom. After two, with the score tied at 1, we go to the top of the third. It's Eric Baines, Orlando Hudson, and Connor Jackson due up for the Diamondbacks. Eric Barnes 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be for 5. That's going to be a double question mark. Single on a 1, however, that's a 20. And that is going to be for 5. Fly ball to Travers. Out number 1. Orlando Hudson. Here's the pitch. Hudson 0 for 1 with the strikeout. 1-5. Strikeout 5. That's a 3. Struck him out. All right, Connor Jackson up. Jackson 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 6-6. Blank. 4-1. That's going to be a double star 1. Fly ball out to Travers. to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Rockies retire the Diamondbacks in order. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Jason Nix, Jeff Francis, and Willie Travers due up for the Rockies. Jason Nix. First time we're seeing him in this replay. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6. That's going to be a wild pitch. Foul ball. We're going to re-roll. It doesn't. 2-2. Strikeout 15. The 19 too high. And that is going to be 5-5. That is going to be a single pass Reynolds. And Jason Nix is on with a single. Strategy roll 15. Infield going to come in. They're going to go for a sacrifice play here with Jeff Francis. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-2. That's going to be a hit by pitch. However, that is a good bunt and is a successful sacrifice bunt. They got the pitcher out. Jason Nix on second. And we go to the top of the order. Willie Travers, he's 1 for 1. Led the game off with a solo home run in the first inning. Strategy rolls a 3. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 2-5. That's going to be a strike. However, he has a 7. That's a 19. 19 way too high. 5-5. Line drive to third. No double play there for the line out double play. Willie Troy up. Troy 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 2 outs, runner on second. 6-4. That's going to be a range play. 1-3. Fly ball to Burns. Burns' range is 1-2. That's a 5. That's going to be a single. And we have a 6, but with a roll of a 1. The lead runner advances. So Nix comes home to score a run. And ball cut off, and the charring runner is thrown out. So they score a run, they get the other guy out. It's 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. After 3, the Rockies have 2. The Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Mark Reynolds, Chris Schneider, and Justin Upton due up for the Diamondbacks. Mark Reynolds, 1 for 1, also with a solo home run in this game. 1 run and an RBI. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-4. That's a strike. That's a 15. The 20 is too high. And that is going to be a 2-4. Double star 5. Fly ball out there to Holiday. Out number 1. Chris Schneider, 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 3-2. That's going to be a range play. And 2-2. That's going to be a double to Hall Pie. Range is a 1-2. That's going to be a 4. That got by him. And the Diamondbacks get Schneider on with a double. Next up, it's going to be Justin Upton. Upton, 1-for-1 on the day. Strategy roll at 8. Here's the pit. Infield at double play. 6-2. That's going to be a strike. That's a 19. That's an 18. Struck him out. Next up, Stephen Drew. 1-for-1 on the day. Strategy roll 9. Infield going back to normal depth. Here's the pitch to Drew. 1-4. Walk result. That's going to be a 5. However, the 6, just a tad too high. 2-3. Fly ball out there to Hall-Pie. And that retires the side. As the Diamondbacks leave, 1 stranded, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Todd, Matt, and Brad due up for the Rockies. Todd Helton, 0-for-1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-4. That's going to be a double question mark. Double star, 1-18. That's a 13. Ground ball to the shortstop on that. Out number 1. Matt Holliday, 0-for-1 on the day. Struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6. 2-6 is a wild pitch. I'm going to re-roll that. 1-1, that's going to be a walk. However, that's a 14. The 15, just a tad too high. 3-4. That's a single pass Burns. And Holliday is on with a single. So with that, the infield goes to double play depth. Brad Hall-Pie up. He's 0-for-1 on the day. Strategy roll 18, so the Rockies holding off on Strat. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 1-2. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 13. That's a 4. And they struck him out. Here's Garrett Atkins. 0-for-1 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll 19. So once again, the Rockies hold off. 3-3. That's going to be a walk. 7, 12. Too high. 1-5. That's a single pass Young. All right, so let's see. Do we have any? Does Matt advance any more? He does. He has a 4. Hit out there to Young. It's going to be a -1 from first to third. So he does get the extra base, as his base run is equal to the die roll. So Holliday is on third, and the Rockies have a runner in scoring position. So the Rockies have runners on the corners, infield at normal depth. Strategy roll is an 8. Here's the pitch to Chris. And that is going to be 4-5. That is a blank. 1-4, ground ball to the short. And that retires the side as the Rockies leave 2 stranded. We go after 4. It's Colorado 2, Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Brandon Redd, Chris Young, Eric Burns due up for the Diamondbacks. Jeff Francis can face 10 more batters before he is tired. Here's the pitch to Jason Webb. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out his last time up. And that is going to be 6-4. That's going to be a strikeout again. That's a 22. That's a 7. Struck him out. We go to the top of the order. Here's Chris Young. Chris Young, 0 for 1 on the day. Walked his last time up. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Strike. 8. Struck him out. Just in range on that one. Next up, it's Eric Burns. Burns himself is also 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 2-6. Strikeout. 7. 19 too high. 1-3. Fly ball to Travers. Out number 1. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Jason Nix, Jeff Francis, and Willie Travers due up for the Rockies. Jason Nix, 1 for 1 on the day with a run scored. Here's the pitch. 5-1 blank. 3-3 ground ball back to the pitcher. Out number 1. Jeff Francis. Here's the pitch to the pitcher. 1-5. Home run chance on a 1-12. 8. However, Francis has a 0. 3-2 ground ball to second. And that retires the pitcher. We go to the top of the order. Here's Willie Travers. Travers 1 for 2 on the day with a home run, a run, and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Walk. 10. 16 too high. That is going to be 3-2. Fly ball to Upton. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down for the Rockies as the Diamondbacks retire them in order. After 5, it's Colorado 2, Arizona 1. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Orlando Hudson, Connor Jackson, and Mark Reynolds due up for the Diamondbacks. Orlando Hudson 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-6. That's going to be a blank. 4-1. That is going to be a fly ball to Holiday. Out number 1. Connor Jackson 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 3-5. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 4. The 18 too high. 1-3. Single past the shortstop. And Jackson gets on. All right, Mark Reynolds. Reynolds is 1 for 2 on the day with a home run, a run, RBI. Strategy rolls a 3, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 5-3. 5-3 is a walk. That's a 16. That's an 8. And they walk them. So, runners now on first and second. Strategy roll is a 2. Here's Chris Schneider. Schneider's 1 for 2. Doubled his last time up. Here's the pitch. Infield at normal depth. 1-3. Hit by pitch. That's a 2. Jeff gives a -5. That's a 13. 3-1. Double. Pass Hall Pie. And with that, Reynolds also gets the go-ahead. He has a 2. The die rolls a 2, so it's equal. Reynolds comes home. And just like that, the Diamondbacks come back to take the lead with a one-run lead. But remember, folks, here at Inside Pitch, no lead is safe. Justin Upton, he's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 17, infield at normal, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. 6-5, that's a blank. 3-6, ground ball to first. That's going to move Schneider to third. Runners advance on balls hit to first, second, or the catcher. 2 outs, runner in scoring position, and here's Stephen Drew. Jeff Francis can face 2 more batters. Strategy rolls a 16. And that is going to be 5-4. That's going to be a strikeout. That's an 8. That's a 1. Struck him out. So 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Troy, Todd, and Matt due up for the Rockies. Troy, 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 2-2. That's going to be a blank. And Brandon Webb can face 9 more batters, by the way. 6-6. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Back to Webb, out number 1. Todd Helton up, here's the pitch. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 1-2, that's going to be a strike, that's a 7. That's a 9. The 9, just a tad too high. 6-4, that is going to be a ground ball to Drew for out number 2. Matt Holliday up. Holliday, 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. 4-3, that is a blank. 5-3, ground ball to second. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 6, it's Arizona 3. Colorado 2. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Brandon Webb, Crispy Young, and Eric Burns due up for the Diamondbacks. Brandon Webb, 0 for 2 on the day, struck out his last 2 times up at bat. Here's the pitch. 6-2, strikeout. 22, that's a 17, and they struck him out. We go to the top of the order. Here's Crispy Young. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and a strikeout. However, Jeff Francis is now tired. So that's going to bring in the bracket. That's going to bring in the parenthesis things here. 1-4. That is going to be a home run. No, that's going to be a walk. No, I'm sorry. That is a home run. I'm reading that wrong. On a left-right split on the pitcher's card, you go to the side that the batter is. So in this case, for Francis, it's a home run. We come down here to Chris. His home run rating is a 1. That's a 4. And kaboom! That ball is back, going back to the wall, and it is out of here. Solo home run for Chris Young. And with that, that gives the Diamondbacks a 2-run lead. They're going to go out there to the mound, talk to Francis, try to calm him down a little bit. All right, Eric Burns. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. 6-3. That's a walk. That's a 12. That's a 4. And they walk Burns. They're going to let him go one more batter. They're going to give him the one more batter sign. The infield at double play depth. Infield for the bullpen for the Rockies have been warming up. So we'll see what Colorado does. Here's the pitch. 1-6, that's a blank. 3-6, fly ball to Holiday. Out number 2. That's going to bring up Connor Jackson. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 10. He does have a run scored. 3-3. Possible error. 1-2. Now, on this here, Connor Jackson, that's going to be a fly ball out there to Travers. Otherwise, it would have been a double to Travers. However, that's going to be a fly ball to Travers, and that is going to retire the side. Sing. No, I'm reading that wrong. That's going to be a double. That is going to be a double. Error rating is a 20. Yep, I read that wrong myself, and that is a double. I'm thinking he's a right-handed batter, and we go to the fly ball out to retire to the side. No. Eric Burns goes to third, gets the hold sign, doesn't want to try test the arm of Travers. Travers, that's going to be a -1. In order for Eric Burns to go home, it is a +1 on a double for 1 to home. However, that is a 2, and that's a 5. It is not. All right, we have a pickoff attempt. Do we end the inning here with a pickoff? He does pick off on a 1-2. The 22 high, no pickoff there. On a 20, it's always going to be a pickoff attempt. 1-4, that's going to be a walk. No, I'm sorry, that is a home run. That's a 20. That's a 15. And Reynolds with a 3-run home run for the Diamondbacks. And the Diamondbacks now have a 5-run lead over Colorado. And that is going to do it for Jeff Francis. Francis coming out. So, for Colorado, we have a right coming up. So they're going to bring in Alberto. Oh, no. You're going to bring in Alberto? Yeah, they're going to bring in to finish out this inning at least, they're going to bring in Lewis. Yep, they're going to bring in Louis Vizcaino to at least get through this inning here. Louis Volcano, ERA of a 36. He's pitched 1 inning, allowed 5 hits and 1 strikeout, no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Jeff Francis, he went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, 3 home runs, ERA of 9.41. So he inherits with the bases empty. They just need him to get one more out. Here's Chris Schneider. He's 2 for 3 on the day with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. 1-1. Double star. Fly ball to Holiday. Sing, take me out to the ball game. All right, we're here at the 7th inning stretch. Let's take a look at the box score. After 6.5 innings have been played, Arizona coming back strong in the top half of that 7th inning to answer with 4 runs. They have 7 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Arizona scored in the 1st inning. They've scored in the 3rd, and Arizona's just been holding them scoreless since the 4th inning. They only have 2 runs on 5 hits. They're down by 5. Brandon Webb, at the end of that inning, it's going to be 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. And next up, it's going to be for the Rockies. It's going to be Brad Hallpie, Garrett Atkins, and Chris due up. Here's the pitch to Hallpie. Hallpie is 0 for 2 on the day. Brandon Webb can go 6 more batters, so probably this is going to be his last inning, as the bullpen for the Diamondbacks is warming up. That's going to be 2-3. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 13. That's a 9, and they struck him out. Here's Garrett Atkins. Atkins is 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 4-1, possible error on a throw. And that's going to be 2-4. That's going to be a double past Burns. Burns' error rating is on a 1 to 2, is on a 1 to 3. That's a 2. Throwing applicable if rolling for runner advancement, otherwise no error. There is no error committed there. It is only applicable if rolling for runner advancement. We are not running for runner advancement. So no error committed there. Atkins on with a double. That's going to bring up Chris. Chris is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. 3-1. Blank. 1-4. Ground ball to Drew. The out is at first. Atkins gets the hold. Atkins told to hold, and that's going to bring up Jason Nix. Nix. Here's the pitch. He's 1 for 2. Looks over at the dugout. Real quick. Gets the sign from the first base coach. And that is going to be for 4 at the ballpark. First time this game, we are at Coors Field. 3-6. That is an HRO. And that is a fly ball out to right field. Hallpie getting that as the Rockies leave 1 stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to after 7. Arizona 5. Colorado 2. So they're going to leave Lewis in. He can face 3 more batters. He's going to face Upton, Drew, and Webb. Here's the pitch to Upton. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. 4-2 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Coors Field. And that's going to be 5-6. That's going to be a double pass hall pie. And next up, it's Stephen Drew. Stephen Drew, 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-4. That's going to be a blank. 6-5. Question mark 7. That's a power hit to Holiday. On a 14, that's a fly ball out. Upton gets the hold sign to stay. As they send out Jeff Salazar to pinch hit for Brandon Webb. So Salazar comes in as the pinch hitter for Brandon Webb. Here's the pitch to Salazar. First time we're seeing him in this replay. And that is going to be 6-5. That's going to be a strikeout plus. We had 9. That's a 23. That's a 6. Struck him out. So that's and that makes Lewis tired. However, we go to the top of the order. Here's Crispy Young. They're going to leave him in. However, the call to the bullpen to warm up has been made for Colorado. 4-3. That's going to be a strikeout plus. That's a 22. That's a 20. Struck him out. So that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the ninth. We'll take a look at that in just a second. So for the Rockies, that's going to be a right coming up. I mean, for the Diamondbacks. And they're going to bring in Doug Slayton to pitch. Doug Slayton comes in to pitch this game, to play this game. He has an 0-3 so far in the replay. He has 1 inning pitched, allowed 1 hit, and 1 walk, no strikeouts. He is going to face Louis Vizcaino, Louis Travers, and Troy Tulowitzki. However, they are not going to let Lewis take this hit, and they're going to bring in Jeff Baker. Jeff Baker comes up to pitch. He's batting a .200 average. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-6. That's going to be a blank. Baker, 3-5. Ground ball to second. Out number 1. We go to the top of the order. Here's Willie Travers. Here's the pitch. He's 1 for 3 on the day. 6-6. That's going to be a strikeout. That's an 8. That's an 18. 10, too high. 6-6. Ground ball back to the pitcher. To Slayton. Out number 1. Troy Tulowitzki up. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch with an RBI. And that is going to be 3-6. That's going to be a possible error. 2-1. Fly ball to Burns. Error rating is on a 3. That's a 16. No error committed there. And that retires the side. So, no runs. All right, Colorado going back to their bullpen. We have a right switch right coming up for the Rockies. And that is going to bring in Taylor. Yep, they're going to go with Taylor. Actually, they're going to go, yeah, they're going to go with Taylor for this one. All right. Taylor Bisshall. He's only pitched 1/3 of an inning and allowed 1 strikeout in this replay. Let's take a look at the stats here real quick. For Brandon Webb, he won 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run, a 32, a 3.21. Luis Vizcaino went 1 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, ERA 15.65 on that. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 8, it's Arizona 7, Colorado 2. As we head into the 9th inning, but will we see some 9th inning magic? Let's take a look at the box scores after 8 innings of play. After 8 innings of play, Arizona has a 5-run lead over Colorado, 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Rockies, 2 runs on 6 hits. So Hall Pie going to come out. They're also making some changes to the field, and that is going to be to right field. Hall Pie coming out. They're going to send in Seth Smith to take over in right field for that. And Atkins is also going to come out at the third base line, and they're going to bring in Ian Stewart. Ian Stewart will take over at third. Everyone else is good. So that's going to be it there. Those are the changes made to the Rockies to try to minimize damage here. He's going to face Eric Burns, Orlando Hudson, and Connor Jackson. Here's the pitch to Eric Burns. Burns is 0 for 3 on the day, 1-3. Strikeout plus, we had 9. That's a 17. That's a 6. Struck him out. Next up, Orlando Hudson. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Here's the pitch. 2 strikeouts to Hudson. 4-2, double star. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Travers. Out number 2, Connor Jackson. 4 for 2, has 2 doubles, 2 runs. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-3, double star, fly ball to Holiday. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors as the Rockies retire the Diamondbacks in order. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's Todd Helton, Matt Holliday, Seth Smith due up for the Rockies. Doug Slayton, done. They're going to bring in Henna. They are going to bring in their closer, Brandon Lyon. No, they're going to bring in, yeah. Actually, they're going to bring in Juan Cruz to close this game out. Juan Cruz comes in to close this game out. He has a 4.50 ERA. Has 1 loss against him, 4.50 ERA, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Take a look here at the stats for Doug Slayton. He went 1 inning. So nothing on his stats there, but no ERA. All right, here's the pitch. 6-5, double star, fly ball to and they are going to make 1 change here. Nope, they're not going to make any changes to their to their lineup. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Young. Out number 1, Matt Holliday, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. The pitch. 3-6, strikeout plus. That's an 18. That's a 7. Struck him out. And Seth Smith, they are down to their last out. Seth Smith, they're going to bring in a pinch hitter for him. No, they're going to leave him in. They are going to leave him in. They're going to try to get him on. 3-5, possible error. 1-5, ground ball, back to the pitcher to Cruz. Cruz's error rating is at a 1 to 20. That's a 5. That's an error. And it's a 1-base error. As Smith gets on with a single, and that's going to bring up Ian Stewart. Colorado down to their last out. Crowd somewhat already has left the stadium here. Here's Ian Stewart. First time we're seeing him in this replay. 3-6, strikeout plus. 30, that's a 15, and he struck him out. And that's the ball game, folks, as the Arizona Diamondbacks defeat the Colorado Rockies 7-2. Final line score coming right up. So Colorado, the Diamondbacks coming back to win this game 7-2. Arizona 7 runs on 10 hits, 1 error out on the Rockies. 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher is Brandon Webb. He gets his second win. Jeff Francis draws the loss. Crispy Young picks up his first home run in the season. Mark Reynolds, 2 home runs in this game. That's his 3rd home run. Willie Travers also picks up a home run in today's game. Let's take a look at the stats here. Brandon Webb, your winning pitcher, he went 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run, ERA of 3.21. Jeff Francis went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, 3 home runs in this game, 9.41 ERA. So that is going to do it for us here at Coors Field. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And until next time, I'm Scoony007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.